Hey, this is Holly from hollylynn.com. I've remade this video like 5 times now. I didn't start out being this parent that I am now, or really this adult or this human. I got this way because my third child, and I know I talk about her all the time, but I had a post just pop up and I wanted to validate the wild child. It's the whole Facebook post about the parent of the wild child is trying harder than you know. And I can't even read it actually because I end up like sobbing hysterically, like hyperventilating, hi, like I did when I was a kid and I got in trouble or something. I end up like getting in that state when I read it. And the awesome thing is human design has really validated and allowed me to understand my kid and also provided a way for me to help with the transition of being a better support parent. And the idea that my friend Andrea is always talking about, which is celebrating and taking the path of least resistance. With my first kid, I was the mom who, like, oh, let me run to the bathroom to wash off the pacifier. When I had my second child, it was let me stick the pacifier in my mouth. And with my third kid, it was I can't keep track of a gosh darn pacifier. No, suck your thumb, kid. Which, by the way, turned out to be a 9-year habit that required special orthodontia to kick. And I 100,000% support that. And my child's crazy awesome ability to know how to soothe herself. So go thumb sucking, yay. So I didn't start off being this kind of mom. And I wouldn't be this mom if I had only 2 kids. But my third child, who was my first 3-5, by the way, 3-5 profile. You know, like the Parmesan cheese side of the grater, of the cheese grater? That is what the combination of me and my third child is like. And do I have something in my teeth? Oh, maybe it's coffee or something. Or coffee foo-foos. Coffee add-ins. Okay. And so anyway, I think that my child's dad probably looks at us and is like, oh my God, Holly, why is this such a big deal? And I think that people don't understand as a parent who is, I'm a sensory avoider. And my third child is a sensory seeker. My second child is also a sensory avoider. And for people who who are not overstimulated by things to the extent that my brother and that her brother and to the extent that I am, to the extent that her brother and I am, can't, there's no point of reference as to why, as to why it can be so grating sometimes on us. And the deal is, it is just her being her. Like, there is, and I fully support that, and I want to celebrate her. And sometimes I am so overstimulated that I cannot. That I have to remove myself from a situation because of my own deal. And there are other times, actually, when she's just 100% herself. And sometimes when people are themselves, sometimes they're not always well received. So what I'm saying is, I didn't start out being this kind of parent. I was that parent before I had kids who was like, there's no way my kid would ever do that. And then my third kid kicked that belief in the teeth. And I might have been able to like adapt and overcome easier and or more fluently than I did, but I literally had 3 kids in 3 years. Like, my first and my third share a birthday. Yes, our anniversary was 9.5 months before that. And so, anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I might have been able to adapt and overcome the way maybe some other parents have, but I was so exhausted, and she screamed really the first 6 to 9 months of her life, for hours at a time. Not at a time. All the time, but with some breaks in the middle. And so, anyway, I've just not been able to catch up, really. So, what I can tell you is the process of being on the receiving end of the Parmesan cheese grater is both excruciating and magnanimously beautiful at the same time. And that I am so glad that I birthed her, because she has allowed me to become such an expansive human being. And I don't know that you would have liked the person I was before I met my daughter. So, I didn't start out being this kind of parent. And most parents don't get to where I don't get the awesome lesson and experience of being forced to release things. Because holding on is literally killing you. So most parents, I don't think, get to this point, but I have the privilege of being here, and so I don't regret it, and I'm still trying harder than you know. All right.